Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a swatch slash first impression video of the new Juvia's Place Saharan palette. Don't know how to pronounce it, so sorry. Did I go to school? I don't know. But anyways, this is the newest palette that just dropped from Juvia's Place. On my video previously, I remember I had done a swatch video of the Masquerade palette. I don't think I got to do the other two yet, but so far I have all the palettes that Juvia's Place has created, and I honestly love them so far. So I just got this one not too long ago. They did release it, I think, like on January 28th or something like that. But I just finally was able to sit down, actually kind of mess with the shadows, and kind of give you like my first impressions on it. To keep the video short and sweet, this is what the packaging, the box looks like. Looks like that on the box. When you opened it up, it actually comes in like a bubble wrapping. It actually came packaged very well, and I surprisingly got it rather quickly. I was really surprised at how quickly I got it. But here is the palette. That is the size. The artwork is the same on the box as it is on here. It is beautiful artwork. Kind of looks very similar to the previous palettes that have the beautiful artwork and then kind of like a mirrored, I don't know, it's not mirrored. Ignore me. And on the inside, once again, there is no mirror. It's just the beautiful artwork once again. And there are the shadows. There are 12 shadows. I believe that there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 mattes, and the rest are kind of like shimmers or metallics. I didn't really get to use that many today. As you can see, I kind of went for like the more like crazy colors. If anyone tries to talk a mess about my lipstick, I kind of tried to copy Nikki's tutorials, and she went with a dark lipstick with this color. So get out of here with all that. But yeah, when I used it, I really did love it. The matte shades were actually very easy to blend. I didn't have any problem with this like really bold, crazy color, and that's the color that I thought I was going to have the most issue with. This palette does retail for $28, so just keep that in mind when you are purchasing this. It is actually a really good size. I like the size of the shadows. It says that there is 18 grams of product in this palette, so just keep that in mind when you are purchasing. Alright, like I said, I'm going to try to keep this video as short as possible, so let's just go ahead and get into the swatches. Alright, so here is a close-up of the palette. Once again, we have the 4 nudes and the rest are kind of either shimmery or metallic. As always, I'm going to be doing the swatches with the Urban Decay Anti-Aging Eyeshadow Primer Potion, and I'm going to be doing the swatches with my Too Faced Teddy Bear All Over Shadow Brush. And in between swatches, I'm going to be using my Sephora Color Switch by Veramona. This thing is life-saving. If you don't have one, you should get one. Alright, the first shade I have here is one of the matte shades. It's the bright orange. And the name of this shade is called Sokoto. Once again, I apologize if I am pronouncing any of these names incorrectly. Gosh, look how beautiful that is. And for a matte, that's really hard to pull off. The pigmentation, I mean, is really hard to pull off. This next shade I have here is called Wodabi. This is like a gold shade, kind of like, I wouldn't say old gold. I'm not too sure how I'd explain this shade. The pigmentation is not coming off that well, so I'm going to give it one more try. And that is with going back into the palette one more time. Looks a little bit better. The next shade I have here is called Bororo. I want to say that's what it's called. This is another really metallic-y shade. It kind of almost looks like a foiled eyeshadow. It's really beautiful. It's kind of like a red maroon. And the last shade in the first row I have here is called Kia. This one I think is what is it called? Kind of like a duochrome. We kind of see this shade a lot. Like we see it in the like Manny MUA palette. This shade also reminds me of the MAC Blue Brown pigment. It all looks fairly similar. So, I mean, it's still a beautiful shade. You can never go wrong with this shade. I'm actually obsessed with this kind of foiled where it's kind of like blue and kind of like a little bit of brown at the same time. LOL at my swatches, how they went in diagonal. But yeah, that is your first 4 shades in this palette. The next shade we have here is called Zoya. It's a really, really light, kind of like champagne color. I don't really know if this is going to come up well on camera at all, but we can go ahead and give it a try. Once again, this is kind of like a metallic color. I wouldn't say it's foiled, but it's for sure like metallic. This next shade we have here is called Iman, not quite sure. This is like a really frosty white. So it's like white, but it has like hints of blue in it. I can't wait to use this. I was thinking about using it on the inner corner today, but I really just felt like that would be a little bit too much. It's really pretty. It's once again like a metallic shade. This next shade we have here is called Jamila. And this is one of the matte shades. It's really like a matte, kind of like burnt orange, but a little more fiery than that. I really like that one. It looks a little more burnt orange in the palette than it does in the swatch. This swatch, it looks, like I said, a lot more fiery than in the palette. And the last shade in the second row is called Senegal. Wow, this one is crazy. This one's kind of like a bronzy shade, but a little more golden than bronze. Wow, that is like super pigmented from like the very first swipe. That's crazy. I can't wait to use that one. So there is the second row of shades in this palette. All right, moving on to the last row. This shade is called Chad, and it is a matte black. That's actually a lot more pigmented than I was thinking. Usually blacks don't really dazzle me. They're all pretty basic. I was expecting this one to start off patchy to begin with. It's a little, I wouldn't say chalky. What is that? It has a little bit of a kick up. But it's not too bad. It's actually really impressive. The next shade we have here is another matte shade, and it is called Katsina. This is like a matte kind of tan brown. I really do like that one. That one's really nicely pigmented. The next shade we have here is called Lulu. Wait, yes, Lulu. And this one's like a metallic shade, kind of like a metallic peachy pink. This is what I have on my eyelids. I love it. Super pretty. And the last shade we have here is called Fula, and this is like a metallic magenta. Oh my gosh, I love this shade. Wow, that was like really pigmented right off the bat. I really like that. All right, here is the last row of shades. Alright everyone, so that is all the swatches of this new palette. Once again, it does retail for $28. On Juvia's Place, if you spend $100 or more, you do get free shipping. I am crazy about paying shipping. I absolutely will not pay shipping. I hate paying shipping. So usually the last palette that I got, I bought all of them, so it would be over the $100 so I could get the free shipping. This one was not that case. I actually ended up using someone's coupon code. I don't remember who it is, but a lot of people do have coupon codes for Juvia's Place. So, you know, kind of look for that. I'll leave some that I find below so you can see them or whatever. But the coupon code kind of was for the shipping. Not really, it's not free so you can get free shipping, but like the cost wise, it kind of cancels out the shipping. So I didn't really mind too much. It's whatever. But yeah, I definitely do recommend this palette. It is beautiful. I'm really glad to be adding this to my collection. Uh, you know, I really like having like the full collection. I know that sounds silly, but it's just what I like. Also, I didn't mention is that they did come out with, I think, a brown and a black eyeliner that goes along with this theme, and there is a like packaged deal with the eyeliners and this palette. So I will go ahead and leave the link for that down below. It's not affiliate or anything like that. I know people are crazy about stuff like that. But yeah, that is it for this video. I really hope that y'all enjoyed these swatches. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay golden. Stella's looking at me. What's wrong? Stella, you can't be in the video too. George, can you stop getting her riled up?